us on Facebook at Dante A. Long. Follow us on Instagram at Dante Long. Follow us on YouTube at Dante A. Long. Thank you for tuning in to LongTalk.
Good evening, family, and welcome to another episode of LongTalk on this Tuesday evening. Happy Tuesday to everyone that is watching on this evening. What a great joy, what a privilege it is to be with you once again this week and on this Tuesday for another meaningful LongTalk. LongTalk is the only way that we can have effective communication one with another, that we take the adequate time to have meaningful dialogue and meaningful conversation. And I'm glad that you've tuned in once again this week. Go ahead, tell a neighbor, tell a friend to join us here tonight for this conversation. Go ahead, like and share and connect with us here on LongTalk, if you will. If you will, just go, whether you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Twitter, perhaps you're also on YouTube tonight. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell and connect with us here tonight on LongTalk. My Facebook audience, please go ahead and hit like and hit share. Let everybody know that LongTalk is on the air and we've got a wonderful conversation lined up for you on this evening. So please, ma'am, please, sir, connect with us. Always looking to engage more individuals with meaningful and effective communication so that we can continue on this journey together. All right? All right, thank you so very much, and thank you in advance for connecting with us here at LongTalk. Also, family, we are in the middle of holiday season, but while we're in holiday season, those of us that are here in the state of Georgia, we are in a meaningful political season. And so there are a few dates that I need to run by you real quick. Grab your pencil, grab your pen, because I want you to take these dates down. And that is that voter registration deadline is December the 7th. For those individuals that need to get registered, you may not already be registered, but you need to register. So do that December the 7th. Early voting begins on December the 14th. And also that election day for the Georgia 2 Senate seats is on January the 5th. So please, 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 I need you to take those dates and keep them in mind. Once again, I'll put them on the screen for you. Voter registration day and the deadline for the voter registration is on the 7th of December. Also, early voting begins if you want to get out like we did in record numbers all across this state. If you want to get out in record numbers like we did all across this state in the general election, you can do so beginning on the 14th of December. And then again, lastly, election day. We've got 2 very special Senate races. 2 of them, not 1. This is unprecedented. 2. Yes, 2 of those Senate races that are beginning. And so we definitely want to make sure that we are aware of those dates and those times. And so keep those in mind, family, if you will. All right? All right, great. So listen, tonight we have a meaningful dialogue. I want to raise to your attention that this is National Diabetes Month here in November. While it is time for Thanksgiving, also I want to lift up that it is National Diabetes Awareness Month. And so asking everybody to keep that in mind. And tonight we have a very special guest with us. He's a activist. He has done so very much, even as a young man. This is the first time in LongTalk history that we do not have a guest that is 21 years of age or older. Tonight we have a child activist, a young man, a strong young man who's with us tonight. 10 years old. He's a 5th grader, but he is doing a lot. He has partnered with Clayton County Schools to feed over 100 families, bringing awareness to type 1 diabetes. He's met with congressmen and made sure that he's linked up with parents and community leaders, just bringing awareness to childhood diabetes, because he is just going out of his way to make sure that persons know all over what this is about and how they can effectively deal with the disease and bring awareness to it. He's not by himself. His mom, Kiona, who's with us tonight, and his dad, Ron, his sister, Jade, whole family is helping this young man with his initiative called Kobi Connection. So tonight, please, Long Talk audience, go get all of your kids, go get all of your family. And tonight I'm going to ask you, bring all the kids in. I know, tell them to put down the game for just a few minutes. Kobi's going to be with us. He wants to talk to all of the kids. And so parents, come on, get everybody. And we'll give you another few seconds just to, hey, scream upstairs. Tell them to put the game down. Put it on pause. Netflix, put it down. Put it down for a minute. Kobi's going to talk to us tonight. We're excited about him. So ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please. He's here to help those that have been diagnosed with diabetes. All of us know somebody, particularly type 1 diabetes. Just got a report. Another one of my family members has been diagnosed with diabetes. Diabetes type 1 has ran very strong on my father's side. So my family is well aware, and many families are well aware. But tonight, please, please, now that you've got the family gathered around, help me welcome our very special guest. Long Talk audience, please give a very, very warm welcome to a young king tonight, Dunn-Henegan. Kobi. How you doing tonight, Kobi? How you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm good.
Oh, it's so good to have you, Kobi. I'm glad you're here tonight, man. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, yeah.
Good. Glad to know you're feeling good. Not too nervous, not too fretful, but you're here tonight to talk to us, Kobi.
Yes.
Oh, man. And tonight you've got your mom here with you. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
I'm great tonight. I'm glad.
Good. Long Talk audience, this is Miss Kiona Dunn-Henegan, the mom of Kobi, who I told you was helping her. And so helping Kobi and his dad, Ron, and just the whole family. Thank you all so very much for coming on here to Long Talk tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Kobi, want to say, man, I'm honored to talk to you. I mean that. I'm honored to talk to you. You're doing so much. How old are you now, Kobi?
I'm now 10.
You're 10, and you're in the what, 5th grade?
5th, yes.
5th grade, and you're doing so much. Kobi, I gotta ask you a question, man.
Okay.
What does a normal day look like to you? That you're dealing with this disease known as diabetes. What does a normal day look like?
A normal day would be wake up, check my numbers, get my morning shot, maybe have something to eat, get that shot, and then log on to class.
You got to get that morning shot, you say?
Yes.
Kobi, please tell everybody, why is that morning shot so important to you every day?
It's a long lasting, and if I don't take any other shot but that shot in the morning, it will keep my numbers steady, and I can't eat, but I would have to make sure to take that orange shot.
So it's very important, you would say, in the morning to get that shot.
Yes.
Man, Kobi, I gotta be honest, man. You're a brave guy. This happens, just on Mondays and Tuesdays, or how often does this shot happen?
Every morning.
Every single morning. Wow. Wow, Kobi. Wow. So let's talk about that breakfast after you get the shot. Can you just go in and have 4 bowls of Captain Crunch and drink 3 glasses of orange juice if you want to?
I can, but I would have to do it before I take the shot.
You'd have to do it before. So I want to ask you, and I know I'm not trying to label you because you have this disease, because I know this could happen to anybody, and I'm not here to try to make you feel bad. So I don't want you to think I'm doing that, buddy. I simply wanted to just ask you, because you deal with this every day, and I know you have to take this shot. How does that have an effect on what you think about eating every single day?
Nothing really. Just have to take insulin for it.
Mom, let me ask you this: what role do you play in helping Kobi make those decisions for eating every day?
Well, when we talk about diet, we do have to make sure that we pay attention to the carbohydrates, because we know that carbs metabolizes and turns into sugar. We have to make sure that he's not having 100 grams of carbs per meal, because for every gram of carb, you are actually taking insulin for that. So Kobi says that he can have anything, and for the most part, we don't deny him what he wants. We, however, educate him. Actually, Kobi's not and has always been a wonderful eater. So he is not the kid that's going to have a bunch of cake and the whole nine. He's that kid that's going to go to the garden out back and get a cucumber and wash it off and put a little bit of salt and eat it just like that. So he's always been that kid. So for him, we do have to make sure, though, for any child out there with type 1, parents are making sure that they count the carbs and you dispense insulin based on the amount of carbs that's eaten. So for the most part, like he said, he eats what he wants, and we try to make sure to not limit, but he does have to share when he's having something so that we can dispense insulin for the carbohydrates that he eats.
So Kobi, can I ask you this, buddy? How has this really changed your life?
Just by getting shots every time you eat.
So that's the thing about Kobi. He's been able to he actually helps me with being strong when it comes to his diagnosis and diabetes. And he's right. Nothing has changed pretty much based on what he does on a daily basis. He takes private boxing lessons. He's outside running and being a regular kid. He does have to be given insulin on a daily basis because his pancreas no longer works. And therefore, because of that, his body does not create or even make insulin. So we have to account for that.
So Mom, let me ask you this. I know that you're busy. You got a lot going on. How has it really changed your life having to adapt to what Kobi has to have in order for him to function every day?
Oh, it's 24/7. So we are basically on this 24/7. So due to research, a lot has changed. So type 1 in the past, based on what it used to be, and type 1 now is completely different as far as the research that's out there. So what we haven't talked about yet is that Kobi actually has 2 items. You have the Omnipod and you have the Dexcom. And with these 2 items, we're able to track his glucose, his sugar level continuously. And through the Omnipod, he's now dispensed insulin via this unit right here without actually requiring injections on a daily basis. So research has changed and brought type 1 a long way. But even with research and all that's around, we still require support. So we have family members. I have a sister, Glander, who's in Maryland. She actually tracks his numbers from Maryland. So, and it's on her phone. So if his numbers is high, what does she do, Cole?
She's one of the first people to call.
She's one of the first ones to call and say, hey, Cole, your number is going up. We need to dispense some insulin. And so she tracks. So it's a family, it takes a village. And it's a continuous thing that we have to keep up with his numbers. Make sure that we are eating clean in the home and we're watching our diet. So he doesn't eat a lot of fast food. He loves Chick-fil-A, but I mean, other than that, he's a good kid, and it's something that we have to deal with on a continuous basis. It's consistent. I'm checking the numbers at nighttime. His dad is checking the numbers at night. We're trying to make sure it doesn't drop below a certain number, and we're trying to make sure it doesn't go too high in the middle of the night. So it's consistent.
We just had a question come in on social media, and want to ask you if you don't mind being transparent. If you don't want to answer it, don't worry about it. But one of the questions just came in. Would you mind just Kobi or Mom talk to us about your fears when these numbers? They wrote it like this. The fears that all you've endured when the readings are wrong. If there's a malfunction and the readings are wrong. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so when we talk about the readings, Kobi, so we had a low today, right?
Yeah.
So the machine told him he had a low. And he immediately jumped into action. And what that means is he had to have something to bring his number up. And then it still said it was low. So what he had to do was to go back to the old school way, which is pricking your finger and checking your sugar level through, the old school way. So you still want to make sure you have, good old school checking your number. You still have the vials of insulin that you can use when the system does malfunction. And that's a great question because oftentimes we will have readings that are off or the system malfunctions and we're having to be flexible. And I think that's the key word. Kobi is thriving and being successful because he is flexible and because we're teaching him to advocate for himself and to learn about and be independent when it comes to his diagnosis. He has diabetes. Diabetes does not have him.
I like that, Mom. He has it, but it doesn't have him. Did you hear that, Kobi? You got it, but it doesn't have you. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's an everyday process. And I think so many people, Kobi, may think that it only happens on and off. You agree with Mom? It happens every day?
Yep.
Non-stop?
Non-stop.
Takes a lot of courage for you to do this, right?
Yeah.
A lot of courage. Man, I salute you, Kobi, because for you to stay on top of this and to manage, and we're going to talk about that in a few seconds, to manage everything else that you do for yourself and for your family and then for your community and the world at large. Takes a lot, man. Takes a lot. So very proud of you. Mom, these questions are coming in nonstop on social media. I want to ask this.
Okay.
What role did the school take when you guys were in school? I don't know if you're back in the classroom or not, if you're homeschooling, but what role has the school taken in dealing with Kobi?
Well, He's not back in school as yet. We're all at home right now. The school was actually really great. When Kobe was diagnosed, I took a leave of absence to make sure that we were all on the right side of right. So, and what I mean by that is this: I needed to make sure that they were all educated on what type 1 was and what Kobe would need. He had 504 plans, so we had to have a meeting with things in place. I love his school. I mean, from the front office staff to the teachers on the grade level that wasn't even his teacher, everyone pitched in and they all wanted to be trained. Everyone was trained. It was only one other child at the school with type 1 and Kobe, so he didn't feel like the lonely man on the island. And everyone was trained on what he required. We had our meetings. It was great. My experience with the school was great.
Great information. Great information. Listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Kobe, I want to talk about everything that you've been doing for your community. And I want to talk about this organization that you have that's helping so many people. All right?
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back, Kobe.
I want to talk to you about the stakes in this election as plainly as I can. If we're going to get this virus under control, get folks back to work, and make sure affordable health care is available for everybody, we've got to send people to Washington who aren't interested in playing political games or making themselves rich. We've got to elect folks who will get to work for people like you. That's why I'm supporting Reverend Raphael Warnock in the special election for Senate. Reverend Warnock's someone I've known for years. He's a man of great moral integrity, a leader in the truest sense of the word. He's spent his life pushing for justice, fighting to expand healthcare, protecting voting rights and the dignity of work. You don't find a lot of people in Washington like Reverend Warnock, and that's exactly why we got to get him there. Please join me in supporting Raphael Warnock for Senate.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and I know we can do better. That's why I approve this message.
We're back here on LongTalk with your host Dante Long, and also back with our special guest tonight, Mr. Kobi Hennigan, who is just sharing his story. He and his mom, who have been talking to us about everyday life, just letting us into their world, letting us know about the routine, the practices, the ups, the downs. As Mom said a few minutes ago, all of the component and key components of everybody in the village assisting and aiding. And Kobe, tonight, I want to ask you a couple of questions about what you've been doing. Because as Mom says, you have it. It doesn't have you. So tell us a little bit about this organization that you started with your mom, your dad, your sister, and everybody.
Okay, so we recently just gave a turkey to a family in need, a turkey and some money. Also, for the organization, we have something called, where kids can get together and talk about type 1 diabetes.
Kobe, you out here not trying to feel bad for yourself, but you out here trying to help people.
That's right.
Man, you're helping people eat. You're doing you're doing things in a way that you're saying to everybody, don't feel bad for me. I've got something that I'm dealing with, but I want to help others, right? Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel when you are out here giving things away?
Good.
Why does it make you feel good, if I can get on your nerves for a second? Why does it make you feel so good?
Because just giving people that don't have a lot stuff to eat, and yeah. something to eat and enough money to buy clothes.
Mom, Kobi is just saying that he doesn't want people to feel sorry for him. He wants to get out and help people that have other needs. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually happy and just humbled to be his mother. Kobe has been an empath and has always felt deeply for other people, even before the diagnosis. So this is just something up his alley that he's always been the type of person. I remember the story of a homeless man that I don't know if he even remembers the story. We went to the carnival and the guy was asking for money. So Kobe said, Dad, can you give him some money? So Dad gave him some money. And then he said, he looks like it's cold. So Dad gave the guy a jacket. And we get in the car and Kobe had a funnel cake. And he wouldn't eat the cake. And I said, well, Kobe, what's going on? Why are you not eating it? And he says, how can I eat this? And this man has nothing to eat. So, and he was very young when he said that. So Kobe has always been a giver. So it's not surprising to me that he wants to give back. So that's what our organization does. We're advocates for families and parents that are dealing with type 1 diabetes. And like he said, it's a support group so that children can speak about their new normal and talk about the different things that are out there and how they're coping with the everyday struggles that someone that does not have it wouldn't be able to understand.
So listen, on social media right now, we're getting the same message at least 10 times. How can people connect with you guys and help the organization, Kobi's Connection? How can they do that, Mom?
Well, Kobi's Connection actually is working with JDRF and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So for newly diagnosed families, we are the official support group for Henry, Clayton, Fayette, and Spalding County. With that, when there's a new child diagnosed in either of those counties, Kobi's Connection number is shared. And I'm there to answer the call, and Kobi's there to support the kid. So in us giving back, that's also our healing and how we cope and how others can support. Kobi is actually doing a drive in December where we'll be adopting a family at a Clayton County school and donating dinner and toys and gifts for that family. So our contact number is for Kobi's Connection is 678-905-8681. And we could also be contacted via Facebook, Kobi's Connection.
So I want everybody, if you can, quickly to look here on the screen. If you go to Kobi.Henegan on Facebook, go to Kobi.Henegan. There it is on the screen. Kobi, Kobi.Henegan, Henegan. Go there to that Facebook page. Kobi and the family are going to make sure that they connect with you, get all of that pertinent information out to you guys. Mom, give us that telephone number once again, if you will.
678-905-8681.
One more time.
678-905-8681.
Great. Somebody's going to put that number in the comments, I'm sure. Somebody please type that in the comments so they can call that number, or go to Kobi.Henegan on Facebook and connect with him and his organization so that you guys can help him in his initiative is already giving away Thanksgiving meals here this year and years gone by, giving over 100 plus meals. But now, as you heard Mom say, Kobi, you up for it? Christmas, gonna bless somebody with food, toys, and things of that sort. Man, just to see a smile on your face, knowing that you're gonna help somebody.
That's right.
Kobi, man, you're a trooper, Doc. So proud of you. So proud of you. Just to know that you are out here helping. And somebody would say, oh, we feel so sorry for you, Kobi. Every day you got to take a shot. You got to monitor those. And Kobi, here you said, no, you smiling. We getting out here. We're going to help somebody for Christmas. Kobi, what makes you smile like that?
I don't know.
So you get what you want. You have what you want, so you give them back.
Yep.
Kobi, let me ask you this. And Mom, chime in if you will. What advice can you guys give to other families who are dealing with children that have type 1 diabetes? Kobi, what do you want to say to some other little boy, little girl like yourself that may be dealing with type 1 diabetes?
Let them eat what they want.
Do I stop you from eating what you want? No. Okay.
Mom, what advice do you have for moms and parents?
The reason why Kobe's hung up on let them eat what they want is because that's one of his pet peeves. What normally happens is individuals often get type 1 and type 2 diabetes completely mixed up. So type 2, your body still actually makes insulin. It just doesn't know what to do with it, right?
Okay.
Type 1, it's an autoimmune. The body attacks the beta cells in the pancreas. So the body no longer makes insulin. And because of that, until a cure is found, he'll forever require insulin. Okay? So when they get the two mixed up, because I had no clue what this was until it landed on our lap, right? But after research and me reading and Dad reading and we doing our research, we understand that this wasn't any fault of his own nor ours, and he can actually eat pretty much what he wants. But because oftentimes people don't know, they will say to him, you better not eat that. You can't have that. So that's a hang up for him. So when he says you can eat what you want, he wants kids to know you can eat what you want, but just for anyone to make sure you're eating within moderation and you're not just sitting there, having a bag of candy plus some cotton candy and soda and chips and the whole nine. So everything in moderation. What would I share with the parents? Breathe. Just breathe. Be transparent. Get your own counseling. Find a support group and breathe. Your mental wellness and your child's mental wellness is very important. And to make sure that you take care of yourself and your family all while dealing with diabetes. And breathe.
Well, I'm glad you put it like that, because I don't want anybody to, and Kobi, by just you smiling tonight, really brought a sigh of relief to so many here on Facebook and also on our YouTube audience are just talking about how your smile is making them feel so much better. Because I know this is a very tough conversation. And Mom, as you just said, just take a minute to breathe and do the research. And I know this can be overwhelming, but again, you're saying just make sure that you position yourself to help somebody else as well, right? I know this conversation is as much about us bringing awareness to diabetes, but I think another part of this has been how well that you and Kobi and Dad and everybody else have just been willing to go out and help others. And so that is to be commended. And Kobi, I do want to ask you this last question because I've taken some notes down. Got to ask you this, Doc. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Lawyer.
You want to be a lawyer. Why a lawyer, Kobi? Why do you want to be a lawyer?
Don't know.
Kind of got a feeling you want to help some people, right?
Yeah.
Want to help some people eat whatever they want to eat, huh? Oh, man. Mom, anything you want to share with the audience before we get ready to get out of here tonight?
I'm being told that the information that was shared for Kobi Dunn-Henegan is not pulling up. So if you just share, if you search on Facebook, Kobi's Kobi''S, Kobi's connection with the K, you'll be able to find us. And if not, make sure you reach out with the phone number that I shared. And in closing, I just wanted to add, Kobi's connection started because when he was diagnosed at the age of 8, there was no support group on the South Side at all. And so I've always tried to talk to the kids and raise them in understanding that when you've been given those lemons, you better make lemonade. So the goal was, we're not going to gripe about the fact that there is no support group on the South Side. If there's none, we're going to make one. And that's exactly what we did. So we made a support group that is now supported, again, by JDRF and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, to be that shoulder to cry on and that ear to listen when a new family has been diagnosed. And in doing that, Kobi and I and the family, that is how we are coping and dealing with our own diagnosis of diabetes.
This has been a wonderful conversation tonight. Comments coming in. Make lemonade, right? Make the lemonade. Kobi, thank you so much, buddy, for coming on talking to us tonight.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, man. I wish you much success. I'm going to be one of the ones that's going to help you with your initiative for Christmas. We're going to keep the information out here, and let's help some people. How about it?
All right.
All right. Take care, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. We
All
appreciate
right.
you.
All right. I enjoyed this conversation immensely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Friends, tonight, what a long talk. Boy, I tell you. As Mom said, just take a minute and breathe. It's a lot to take in to know that a 10-year-old, a 5th grader, is somebody who is actively fighting one of the major battles of dealing with type 1 diabetes. And thank God that he has a mother, a father, and a sister, and a whole village, aunties, grandma, just a bunch of people, uncles and grandfathers, and just everybody that's helping. And we do realize that there are many families that are not afforded the same privilege. As you heard Mom said, when they first found out, there were no support groups. There's somebody out here who's watching me tonight. You've been dealing with something just like this, whether it's type 1 diabetes or maybe another disease. And it's time for you to share your story. You need to start a support group. You need to get out and make sure that you are positioned to shed light and to help somebody else. Maybe you don't have all the answers. Listen, as I often say, none of us have all of the answers. But what we can do is make sure that we position ourselves to be a help to somebody. And I love it. What Mom said, it is so true. In life, many of us are thrown lemons. But it's up to us, as you heard Kobi say, to turn the lemons into lemonade. So how do you do it? So yeah, you may have a debilitating disease. Yeah, you may be in the throes of a horrible situation. Yes, you may be facing a life-altering or perhaps a life-challenging condition should not stop you from helping somebody else. It should not stop you or eliminate your plans to participate in the well-being of another person or another group. So take that lemon and turn it into lemonade. And that's our long talk for tonight. I pray that you enjoyed this dialogue. Again, connect with us always here at Long Talk. Whether you do it on Facebook, Instagram, whether it's Twitter or YouTube. We're always looking for more individuals to engage in meaningful dialogue. All right? All right. Listen, on Thursday night, join us Thursday night. My long-term sister, Charity Murphy, is going to be with us. She has a brand new book. She's going to be talking to us. So I want you to join us Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at Long Talk. We'll be right here. All right? All right. Listen, until Thursday, you be encouraged. And you enjoy another day. And we'll meet again for another Long Talk. God bless.
Follow us on Facebook at Daunta A. Long. Follow us on Instagram at Daunta Long. Follow us on YouTube at Daunta A. Long. Thank you for tuning in to Long Talk.